Howdy, folks. Today we're looking at Camelot 3000, number 11, from 1984 in DC Comics. We enter the final movement of the war against Morgan Le Fay as Arthur and his noble knights storm the 10th planet. They find an unexpected ally in the form of the alien queen, who has seen her race conquered to make Le Fay's army. The series slips back another 4 months in the schedule as well. As much of an academic matter as this may seem in hindsight, it must be said that the late shipping made for a serious drag on its reputation. Enough so as to still be the butt of regular jokes for years after. Again, for point of comparison, Watchmen was late too, but I think it's fair to say the success of Watchmen in the years since its initial serialization has gone a great ways to mooting that memory. More people have read Watchmen in trade than were on board for the original run, probably by multiple orders of magnitude. And the same just can't be said for Camelot 3000. Of course, that's not completely fair. It's a gorgeous work drawn by one of the premier talents of his generation, filled with evergreen characters. Truly evergreen. You don't get more evergreen. And yet DC has allowed the book to lapse out of print many times and never adapted it at all. This issue features a notable advertisement in the form of a half page pointing the reader's attention towards the new run on Swamp Thing, an award winner in its very first year off the strength of the anatomy lesson and the first stretch of stories that followed. While again it would be supremely reductive to say the advent of Alan Moore mooted the appeal of Camelot 3000 in one stroke, there is some degree of truth to the assessment in popular history. Watchmen, yes, and Dark Knight Returns, and the whole flood of famous mature readers' titles that followed on the heels of those breakthrough works, all of them followed directly in the footsteps of Camelot 3000. This book was the proof of concept that gave DC the confidence to stretch themselves as the decade wore down, but on its own it reads like a transitional work, one foot firmly in the traditions of the Bronze Age serialization, with Mike Barr giving his best Chris Claremont, and another foot in the expansive future represented by Brian Bolland, specimen of an invasive species soon to dominate domestic production. It strains against these fetters. For instance, it could probably have used another year to flesh out these characters and properly pace the final act. It feels rushed, which is a funny thing to say about a book that took 2 extra years to finish.